All right, now we're doing 7Q strings, and this is by Elmo4. 93% of the people like it. Our PC got infected by a strange virus. It only affects our text files and replaces random letters by asterisks, like this. All right. Fortunately, we discovered that the virus hides our censored letters inside root directory. It will be very tedious to recover all these files manually, so our goal is to implement an uncensor function that does the hard work automatically. So we're going to turn this, using these letters, into this right here. Alright, so let's get into this. So first let's turn this into concise syntax and say const here. Come over here, we're going to say equals infected discovered, and we're going to have the arrow right here. Inside of the arguments parentheses, we're going to also add array, and we're going to say that equals discovered inside of brackets. But right now it's not going to do anything but just give us regular discovered inside of brackets. It's just going to give us one element of these letters. So to make it an array where each letter has its own element, we're going to use this spread syntax, which allows an iterable such as an array or string to be expanded in places where 0 or more arguments or elements are expected. So we're going to say in front of this discovered ... and that should take care of that. So let's say console.log right here so we can test easily, and let's say array just to check to see if it did what we wanted. And it does. Look at that. Alright, so now we've got that done. We're going to say infected.replace. If you don't know about the replace method returns a new string with one, some, or all matches of a pattern replaced by a replacement. The pattern can be a string or a regex, which we're going to use, the regex, and the replacement can be a string or a function called for each match, and we're going to use a function as well. Alright, so the syntax is going to be pattern and then the replacement. So for the pattern, we're going to use regex. So let's get some regex slashes in there. And if you don't know about regex, this is what we're going to be using. We're going to be using this character class thing. And we're going to use the escape character right here, which is for characters that are usually treated literally, which indicates that the next character is special and not to be interpreted literally. So we just put backslash, and we put star, the asterisk, and it's right there. But now it's only going to replace one if we leave it like this. So we're going to come over here to the regular expressions page, down here to the global search thing, and we're going to put this G for the global search flag so it will match more than one. Now we're going to have that replacer function, and we don't need an element in here, so we're just going to have the little what is that thing called, a little underscore to represent the fact that we don't need it. And we're going to say what are we going to say, array dot shift, like this. And if you don't know about the shift method removes the first element from an array and returns that removed element. This method changes the length of the array. So it's going to take the first element, which would be in this case this T, and put it wherever the first star is. And then it's going to go to the next star, and since the T is not there anymore, it's going to use this I, E, S, A, and E. Now let's see if I'm right. We're just pulling your leg. This is very strange. That looks like what we needed. That looks exactly like what we needed. So let's get rid of this console.log. Get this thing out of here. Let's test it out one more time. Alright, there we go. Attempt it. Looks good. Submit it. Alright, and you see on this one they're doing it in a regular syntax, and instead of declaring the array in here, they declare it outside, and then they do a map function instead, where they do element. When the element equals the star, if it does, they're going to do an array.shift like we did, and if not, they're just going to throw the element, or they're just going to keep the element there. And then they join it together like that. This one does it like we did it, but a little less readable. And then this one does it by using a for loop to replace, and then you can go down and check out all the things you can see. Learn so much. Very much like this, no solutions right now, whatever, no big deal. And man, I wish I could put mine up there. Whatever. And we'll see you next time.